Surf your man. You're supposed to ride with home team over anything. I expect that. I respect that. But what I don't respect is being an opportunist. Not really standing on what you do. You know what I'm saying? You do a song with Cass, you vibing with Cass, yeah, that's my man, blah, blah, blah. But then, when he stepped foot back into the battle league, the battle scene, jump on URL and battle goods, it's like, oh, I want him to win. I would like to see him win. That's what you said. You didn't say you want him to win. Let me correct that. You said you would like, it's possible he could win. I would like to see him win. But immediately, your energy wasn't reflecting that you would like to see him win. You feel me? And you don't have no obligation to want to see that man win. So I ain't mad at that. But it's like, listen, man, if you getting pressured by your battle rap, your rap battle rap peers, whatever you want to call it, stand on what you like. Listen, man, Cass, that's my man. I want to see him win. Maybe y'all don't like him, but we cool. That would have been respectable, man. Now, the fact that you and Surf is cool and he came at Surf neck, or was it a reach? I don't know. And you want to jump in front of that. Dog, Surf a grown-ass man. He can handle that. It seemed like you would rather see yourself head up with Cass after this battle with Ars. Throw your name in the mix. They got history. They got it's something there. You know what I'm saying? Here we go with being an opportunist again. Now again, I'm just saying, this is my thoughts. Like, what difference do it make? It's battle rap. I could come at your neck, come at his neck. Okay, y'all cool. So what? What that got to do with me and you? Because I'm coming at his neck. It's a battle. We get paid to do this. So that's the part where I feel like, I don't know what type of time you on. Like, let them go through what they go through. Your name wasn't mentioned. So it definitely seemed like you play both sides of the fence when it's convenient for you. You know what I'm saying? And you just kind of really just expose yourself on that level. You feel me? But I don't expect nothing else. We shouldn't expect nothing else. He's a battle rapper. That's what he do. This is his realm. You know what I mean? Like, he make music or whatnot, but he not there yet. So, I mean, it is what it is, man. I'm not shocked. I'm not surprised. That's what he's supposed to do. I don't think Cass is shocked or surprised or like, oh my God, I can't believe Tay Rock is acting like this. Like, carry it how you want to carry it, man. It is what it is. But will all of this get you a battle with Cass? Will this reaching get Surf a battle with Cass? I don't know, man. It's all wrestling anyway. So it's really just about the bag and getting to it. So get to it, man. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. It ain't no uproar. It ain't no shock. Tay Rock, Surf. It don't matter. The whole battle Community, all of the battle rappers. Cass Sega get it the same. He didn't exclude Tay Rock, so I guess in all fairness, Tay Rock shouldn't exclude him. So it is what it is, man. Bars is back, the real BRC Philly. You hear me? I'm signing out, man. It's Killum Castellano. If you like what you seen, go ahead and like, share, subscribe, do all that cool stuff. And if you go and subscribe, make sure you tap that bell for that notification. You hear me? Because these joints is they popping hot out the toaster. They fresh out the oven. You know what I mean? And as you can see, it's real rap. So holla at me in the comments and let me know what y'all think, man. It's Killum Castellano. We on Killum TV. Follow me at 215K Castellano. Real Killum TV on IG and Twitter, man. And I'm out of here.
That child support shit need to be changed, man. Real talk.
No, you right.
Like, man, right now it's election year, all that shit. I don't hear none of them niggas talking about it. Them niggas talking about all this other shit. That shit don't amount to nothing, bro. All that shit is not affecting shit, bro. What's really affecting us is all those entitlement programs that's affecting the man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, these women is using that shit as a hustle, and you can't even blame them because the government is allowing it to happen. You know what I'm saying? The government has created a whole hustle for women to fuck over their mates. You feel what I'm saying? And they leaving the men, like you said, as a slave.
Hell yeah.
The men are slaves.
Hell yeah.
And they not even slaves to the women because half of the money goes to the damn federal system. The women don't even get all the damn money. You got to pay at least, 2% to child support and all that type of shit. Then other fees be included into the 2% and all that crazy shit, bro.
Well, they set up the money that they go to them don't even go to nobody. Like you said, like the BMV. Shit, you register your car to the BMV though. For what? So that's your car though.
Exactly.
That's why they got the right to search and seize.
Because the government basically took claim to your property,
Right.
which is illegal. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, none of these guys, man, Democrat or Republicans, is talking about none of that shit. That's why I said they all on the same accord, man. They just acting like they don't like each other and all that shit. All that shit they talk about with Trump, they don't got no motherfucking problem with Trump. That ain't nothing but a smoke screen of what the fuck is really going on, man.
Right.
Because they ain't talking about none of the problems that's going on far as everyday life. You know what I'm saying? And one of the problems they could be talking about is child support. That's a broken system. If a woman comes down to child support, man, if a woman comes down to child support or a welfare building and she says she can't take care of her kids and she don't have no help, that's a social worker case. If anybody go to a social worker office or go to any federal building and say, I can't take care of my kids, social workers come in to take your kids. And they're going to give them to somebody that can take care of them. They're going to call your family members. They're going to do that. So child support should do the same thing. Whenever a woman go to a child support office, a social worker should be called. And the man and the woman, whoever had the kid, the man and the woman come down to court, and then they discuss. It's a custody hearing at that point. At that point, after the custody hearing, they decide on, where the kid would be better placed. If the father is financially stable enough to take care of the kid on his own, and he's willing to do it, the kid goes to the father and his family. If the mother, is stably able to take care of the kid on her own, and she's able to do it, then the mother and her family decides to take care of the kid on their own. It should be no, the government just gonna step in, get a kid to the mother automatically, and the father is obligated to pay whatever the mother want him to pay. That's slavery. That's the government. That's the government overstepping. That's a big government program that's forcing somebody to do. That's forcing somebody to take money from some. You know what I'm saying? That's theft. That's stone cold robbery. And then on top of that, you garnishing somebody's wages. That means you're taking some garnishment. Mean that you're taking something that don't belong to you and you giving it to somebody else. That's theft. Right, and like I said, but if the shoe was on the other foot, and if we was to run a scam or we was taking people money out they check, and we was giving it to our mothers and fathers or somebody like that, you know what I'm saying, and say, hey, we doing this for a good cause, we'll be in jail for running a scam. We'll be in jail for fraud. We'll be in jail for, you know what I'm saying, all types of accounts. But like I said, the government could create a whole hustle. Like I said, these women, man, they don't even have to basically work no more. All they got to do is basically get with a dude, have a kid with him, you know what I'm saying? And then then if they like another dude, they could be with both of them, and then they could leave the one dude, get child support from him, get a check for that, then be with another dude that got a pretty decent job, have a kid with him, get child support from him. She got 2 checks coming because she got 2 kids. You know what I'm saying? Now, do you really need that much money? And then she could do that 4 or 5 times. She could do that as many times she want. That's why you got women with 8 kids with 4 or 5 different baby daddies. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a hustle. And then you really can't blame them because the government is doing it for them. And ain't no consequence behind it. I guarantee you get rid of the child support system. I guarantee you in the black community, you won't have no women. You in the black community, definitely in the black community. I guarantee you, if you get rid of child support, I guarantee you none of them women would cheat on their baby daddies at all. I guarantee you the marriage system will rise right up because first off, the women is not going to try to have kids like that because they no longer getting money for them. So they're not even going to try to have kids like that. They're not going to run to the welfare program, which means they're going to want a man in the house. It's either they're going to have a man in the house or they're going to get out and find a job and work for themselves. So most women will probably have a man in their house, which means if you're going to have a man in your house, most women going to want to have a man in their house legitimately. So that means the woman's going to want to marry her man. You are going to get a whole lot. You're going to get a whole better breed of women without the child support and entitlement system. Because women is not going to sit up because they no longer can hustle the system. They're going to have a man. They're either going to have a man in the house, you know what I'm saying, that's going to work and take care of the bills and she going to take care of the kids, you know what I'm saying? And they ain't going to cheat on, and then most likely they not going to cheat on that man or do nothing crazy or try to have other men and all that type of stuff, you know? And if they do, they're going to find a man that can provide for her and her kids. You know what I'm saying? But most likely she not going to do that. Ain't nobody going to want to start over with somebody brand new. Most likely. So you're going to get basically a better family account. You're going to get better marriage. More women going to want to get married for real. These women right now don't want to get married. You know what I'm saying? These women right now, all these women, all you hear, you can listen to their music. All these women talk about is fucking niggas over. That's all these bitches talk about, bro. Now these women out here talking about fucking niggas and asses and shit, bro. That's how much respect they got for a man. You know what I'm saying? They don't even got no respect for men. And then you can't blame them because you got look at all the entitlement programs. Ain't none of those entitlement programs for a man. With the welfare system is not for a man. Child support is not for a man. Food stamps is not really for a man. None of that shit is for the men. And none of that shit is really for the kids. That shit is only for the women, bro. Yep, to put the woman against you. That shit is purposely put there to get rid of the family. And they put that shit purposely in the black. They only got all them welfare buildings in the black neighborhood, so you know what it's for. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. They just fucking up the white people too because hey, I mean, you can't blame them. You know what I'm saying? You can't even blame the woman if it's a hustle like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you look at it on one end, this dude job can fall off. This dude could get fired at any moment, and then we back struggling again. We're gonna have to figure things out. Or I look on the other hand, I could kick this dude out my house, put him on child support where I'm getting a guaranteed check, get on Section 8 where I get my rent paid, all that type of shit, bro. And get a welfare check and get a food stamp check after that. And get help on my utilities. That's like that's like $50,000 a year, bro. Versus a nigga that's probably only getting paid $10 an hour. What you think she gonna pick? Then she could do this not only with him, she could do this with other niggas too. That shit crazy, bro. And then you mean to tell me this is not to put the woman against the man? This is not a system that's created to put the woman against the man. That's why I said like that's why a lot of people didn't vote. Like the niggas is talking that crazy shit about Donald Trump and all that type of shit. But that's why a lot of people didn't vote for Hillary Clinton because Bill Clinton was the one that put that bullshit in place. No, that was Bill. Bill put that child support shit in place because he was trying to say that he put it in place because he was trying to say that the damn foster cares wasn't big enough.
I thought that was Nixon.
Nixon whole ass was about that Watergate shit. Nixon, he got rid of the gold standard and shit. And then them niggas, they created the welfare system and all that. But Bill was the one that pushed that child support shit. That child support shit was never legal. That shit was never legalized. Bill had put that shit in the courts where that shit got legalized, where like you gotta pay for it, where they could garnish you and all that shit. Bill put all that shit in place. He put all that shit in place. Like child support used to be like you will come. You know what I'm saying? Like if you married and that's an agreement, like a family court thing. You know what I'm saying? Bill put it in place for like everybody. That was the dumbest thing to do, bro. Because it ain't stopping the social workers from doing what they do. Social workers still gonna take the kid. If you can't take care of the kid, the social worker coming to take them. And they're gonna put them in the foster care. They're either gonna be in a group home and all this and that. That ain't solved no problems. You still got the same problem with the group homes. Only thing you did was put the woman against the man. Even more. It was already the woman against the man before, but now even more so you put the woman against the man now. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, these politicians, man, they need to really do something about these entitlement programs. They need to do something about the child support. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't for getting rid of all entitlement programs and all welfares and all that type of shit, but all the ones that put the woman against the man, that all that shit need to be getting rid of. Right, all that where only the woman can get it and all that type of stuff, all that shit need to be gone, man. Because basically, you know what I'm saying, you using the man to pay for your programs. Right.
See, you in my background is alone. Like you didn't know me some money. You ain't know you didn't gain me shit. You on my credit report.
Exactly.
I can't even get a loan, motherfucker. You said I owe you $30,000. The fuck is you?
Right, like who gonna pay $30,000 to some fucking body? If I can't afford to pay my motherfucking support, how the fuck am I gonna afford to pay 30 grand? But you giving this, you know what I'm saying? You giving this woman damn near 50 grand a year.
Yeah, shit. You giving her 50 grand a year though, and making me have to pay you for it.
Exactly.
But you really ain't even giving her 50 grand because
You really not really giving her the bread like that. You giving her the shit in entitlements. Like,
right though,
because she got to wait for it. She got to apply for it. She got to do all this shit like I got to do. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We need to come together with some type of You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, like I don't know if we need to talk to like our councilman or who the fuck we need to talk to, but we need to push that
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. The thing is, we gotta find. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that believe in what you know what I'm saying. Everybody else believe in, but whoever do it though, they gonna become like president. They gonna win the election easy. Whoever say anything about the child support problem or about the entitlement problem, they're gonna win easy, man. And it seemed like it gotta be like a Democrat. You know what I'm saying? And like it gotta be like one of them though. It seemed like it gotta be one of them because it seemed like, you know what I'm saying? They trying to like categorize them like, oh well, they know what's going on in the black community, so you know if they saying it, you know what I'm saying? That's why I said, man, like this shit getting crazy, bro. Dudes going to jail, you know what I'm saying? Like niggas going to prison about some fucking child support. That shit need to be dropped, bro. Niggas gotta file bankruptcy and all types of crazy shit. Then the shit's still on you after you file bankruptcy. Like, all types of crazy, stupid shit, bro. Exactly. Man, that shit crazy, bro. Hold on, cuz. Every day, though. Uh-huh. I knew a nigga that was working a full-time job every motherfucking day. He was getting $60 a week. That ain't no money, man. Man, yeah, bro. and they don't even like understand though. You know what I'm saying? Like some niggas child support be reasonable though. Like some niggas child support be reasonable. It'd be like probably like $100 a month, something like that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about for the dudes child support that be like crazy, that be like $600 a month and something like that, and you only got like a, you know what I'm saying? And you only got like a minimum wage job. Like, come on, bro.
Come on, man. Hell yeah, that shit. My shit was $400 a month. I had a minimum wage job.
Right? Like what type of shit is that? You know I got a minimum wage job, right?
You know I ain't about to pay this chick though. She live all the way in Georgia though, right?
Right.
That's what my problem.
And see that's what I was saying. Another thing too, the women could pick up and leave.
So they got a law in place, non-married mothers law.
How they get a whole new law, but y'all child support system is supposed to be on if we was married. But now they get a whole law. Y'all got a whole loophole for them because if we was married and we had a divorce, she wouldn't be able to leave with the kid. That would have to come back to court. That would have to come back to court, and we would have to discuss on whether or not she could leave with the kid. You know what I'm saying? And the mother would have to stay in one place, and the father would have to stay in the other place. That way they could interact with the kid. Far as in family court law, now y'all got a loophole law for the couple that's not married, and y'all gonna say, oh, well, the woman get to go wherever she want to go. That's another thing. See, that's another thing for the woman to not get married to her man. That's another thing for the woman to not be faithful to her man. That's the whole thing. They want the women to be faithful to the government, and they want the men to be slaves to the government. They using the women as government agents, bruh. I mean, I don't understand. Like, for real, they using the women to be government agents. If you putting your man on child support, you an informant. You basically snitching on your man. All these bitches over here making all this rap music, talking all this blood, I'm a blood and all this type of shit. All right, then you got a nigga on motherfucking child support. You an informant. Because you didn't went to an officer that told on your man, told him that he ain't paid some bill, and now you got this nigga in debt. This nigga could go to jail and all types of shit, but you a blood. You know what I'm saying? Or you a crip, or you a street bitch. No, you an informant. They using all these women as government agents, man, and they got them all acting like they gangsters. You know what I'm saying? That shit crazy. These bitches snitching every day. Every time they go up in the welfare building, they snitching. And they got them out here in the streets thinking they gangsters, bro. That shit crazy. Like, for real, you an informant. You an informant, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can't go in the child support office and you not telling. Bruh, the whole system is you telling. You go to the child support office. You drag a nigga to court, bro. You drag a nigga to court. If you don't go to court, you got a warrant of contempt of court. You go to child support, they tell you to go take a blood test. Or you contempt of court doing that. You can't even not deny. You can't even just walk up in there and say, I ain't doing shit. You got to walk up in there. You got to motherfucking do what they tell you to do. They give you a court order to take a test. You come back and then your ass on child support. They run down the law on your ass. You punished for getting this chick pregnant. You know what I'm saying? You an informant. Man. Hey, you know, everybody gonna get pissed though. You know what I'm saying? And then you got these simp ass niggas gonna get mad with the women. I said, y'all the problem. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say, like, man, y'all, these simp ass niggas, man, they get mad because you saying something about these women, bro. But these, you know what I'm saying? But they out of line though. How they gonna get in line and they, you know what I'm saying? You don't tell them what's really up. You know what I'm saying? Fuck if we respected something. What we respecting hoes for, bro? They ain't doing nothing for society, bro. All these kids is in these single family homes because these bitches decided to lead a father for another nigga and left him too for another nigga and left him too. And she got 3 checks. And the kids is looking at the daddy, and the kids looking at the daddies like they ain't shit. No, the mama and the one ain't shit. She the one that sat up here and decided to get the check over the daddy. Real talk. All that shit she did with the first nigga, she could have worked that shit out. She decided to leave and run off with the other dude. Then the kids be back to back, bro. Come on, how you gonna look at your pops and be mad at him? The kids back to back. But the mama got 3 checks from all 3 dads. You know what I'm saying? Or they going to jail, or they fucked up. Right, she trying to find, and look, check this out, cuz she ain't even trying to find a winner. She trying to find as many checks as she can get. It's a hustle now. And you can't blame her. The government giving you a free check to have pregnant. All you gotta do is get pregnant and have a baby, and I'm gonna give you a check for the rest of your life, for 18 years of your life. I mean, you can't get mad at some of these bras for sitting up here doing that shit, but you can get mad because it's fucking up society though, and it's fucking up the kids though. And this is what's being promoted. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what's being promoted every day. Yeah, fuck these niggas. I'm getting all their money. Yeah, all that. I'm doing this and I'm doing this and I'm doing that to these niggas. I'm getting all their money, but you can't get no money without no nigga. Ain't none of these hoes rapping. Ain't none of these hoes bragging about innovating. Ain't none of these hoes bragging about inventing anything. Ain't none of these hoes bragging about getting out in these streets, actually doing something productive. Not even productive, getting out in these streets with their own product and selling it. The only thing they talking about is selling themselves to a nigga, to a simp ass nigga, and basically using the government to motherfucking help them, bro. And the government is helping them, man. They need to motherfucking arrest. They need to arrest Donald Trump and all them motherfuckers for prostitution. They pimping. They pimping these bras, bro. They using these bras to pimp us. They using these girls to get all our money, man. Come on, man. You like you said it yourself, cuz they garnishing niggas checks. They taking 60% out that shit. Hey, yo, they taking 60% out that shit. Man, my one nigga got 2 jobs. They took 60% out the check, right? He like, man, they gonna only take 1 check. I like, yeah, but you got 2 kids. They coming for that next check too, bro. He like, man, them motherfuckers and took 60% out this check. They took me back to court. Bitch snitched on him again. Come on, man. But this girl all in the streets talking about how hood she is. Bitch a full-grown stripper too, though, cuz. And she gets so much bread in the strip club. Oh, I can make $1,000 a night. I said, then why you need this nigga money? He working 2 jobs, bro. I gotta get that. I said, yeah. So we see how you look at your kid. You not looking at your kid like you rather you have this kid have a father in his life, or rather you have these kids have a father in their life. You know what I'm saying? You rather the father to be salty every time he see his own kids. Every time I look at my kid, I gotta be mad because I know this bitch is getting all my bread. I know I'm looking at how I can't even take care of my own kids. I gotta give her money to take care of my kids. You know, that's crazy. I should have my own money and come up in here with bikes and clothes and PlayStations and all that shit. I should have my own bread. I'm working 2 jobs. I should have my own money to do that. I don't need her to do that. And I don't need child support and I don't need the federal government to take no money from me to take care of my kid. Y'all didn't even give me a chance in a time in court to even explain what I was planning on doing with my kid. Y'all didn't even give me a chance in court to even protest. They say, oh, you could petition, but I like, yeah, but y'all didn't even, that should have been already in place when I first went there. When I first went to court, the whole thing should have been, okay, who's best fitted to take care of this child? Not go take a test and we gonna leave the child with the mother and you gonna pay, and you obligated to do this and you obligated to do that. You know, this a free country. I ain't obligated to do a motherfucking thing. Only motherfuckers that's obligated to do stuff is slaves. Slaves is the only motherfuckers that's obligated to do things. A slave have to work on the field. A slave have to be working the house. A slave have to do this. He has to do that. Them the only people that's obligated to do anything. And then if you really think about it, a slave ain't obligated to do a motherfucking thing. A slave could just sit back and fight and die. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't obligated to do shit. You know what I'm saying? For real, this is supposed to be a free country. I shouldn't be obligated to do anything, whether I want to do it or not. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I could have 23 kids, and I ain't obligated to take care of all 23 of them. I ain't obligated to take care of all 23 of them, but I got 23 kids with one mother, and I want to take care of all 23 of them. I should be able to take care of them, all 23 of them, as I wish. You know what I'm saying? And then my whole thing is too, you can't sit up here and determine how much money you need to take care of a kid, because every kid is different. Every kid got different likes and different things that they do, and you can't get everything you want. Right, and different needs. I might have a sick kid. I might have 3 healthy kids, and I might have a kid that's sick. That kid need more of my attention and need more of my money than the healthy kids. So the healthy kids is gonna have to sacrifice the things that they need so their little brother and sister can survive. Not all the healthy kids get everything they want. You know what I'm saying? Well, like, what the fuck is I'm trying to teach my kids? Because if my kids grow up and then they getting everything they want, and then they mess around and they have a kid, and then they sit up there, and they mess around and they have a kid, and then let's say their kid gets sick or something like that. So what? My kids is not going to sacrifice the things they need to take care of their own child? Because they seen me have to equally do things for them all the time. Right now, you taking away a valuable lesson from my kids. One of the most important lessons of life is sacrifice.
Yeah, that's one of the most important lessons in life. Life is a sacrifice, though.
Right.
And life's lessons is life's greatest teacher. Shit.
Right, and life's greatest teacher, bro. I'm the oldest of my family. Shit, I had to sacrifice everything once Maria was born. Once Laura was born, Maria had to sacrifice. Once Tonio was born, Laura had to sacrifice. Once Pam was born, Tonio had to sacrifice. And that shit kept going on and on and on and on. And guess who had to sacrifice the most? Me. I had to get out there and work, and when I got turned 14, I had to get out and get a job. I had to go to some type of car wash or something. Shit, I went and fucking worked at a goddamn fucking barbershop, fucking sweeping up hair, so I could have Christmas. Shit. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna complain? Long as I got a roof over my head, food to eat, clothes on my back, I ain't got nothing to complain about. Shit, I wanted Jordans and all that shit too. But hey, my parents got 5 motherfucking kids. My dad work a job, my mom work a job. What I'm gonna do? Tell my dad go get a second job? Why can't he be comfortable? He already making a sacrifice by taking time out his day to get a job. But see, that's the problem. You know what I'm saying? See, that's the problem, and they not allowing these kids to see that, and that's the problem with these fucking kids today. They don't understand sacrifice because of the government playing the welfare game. That's why these kids is doing all this wild shit right now, because they don't know nothing about struggle and no sacrifice at all. They think struggling is not getting what they want. They think that's what struggling is. That don't have nothing to do with fucking struggling. Struggling is sacrificing something you want for something. Struggling is sacrifice something you want for somebody else. That's struggling. None of these niggas talk about sacrificing anything. Real talk. And ain't none of these women sacrificing anything right now. They ain't even sacrificing shit for their own mates. They not even sacrificing nothing for their own you know what I'm saying, daddies. They ain't sacrificing nothing for their own motherfucking baby daddies, for real. That's still your kid's father at the end of the day, man. That's still your kid's father. You don't gotta love him. You don't gotta like him. But that's still your kid's father, because your kid love him. And then in reality, your kid need him. Because there's a lot of things a man can teach a kid that a woman can't teach a kid. Right. Right. And you got it. Right. And they gotta have that they gotta have that balance too. You know what I'm saying? They gotta see that masculinity. They gotta see that. The male gotta see that, because he gotta see what type of man he gonna have to be when he grow up and do what he need to do. And the woman gotta see that so she can see what type of man she's gonna deal with.
But you know what though? A woman got to see that, and a man got to see that though, because that's what's wrong with the world today though, when it comes to being gay and shit. See, a guy though didn't misidentify his feelings, though he don't know how to identify with his feelings though, because he didn't have the masculinity
Right.
that he needed from a man though. So when he got with his peers though, which is guys though, and they didn't wrestle him and all this though, he liked it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not that he liked it, but he never had a man to show him masculinity.
Right.
You feel me though? So it's like he's confused by it though.
Right.
Like he might not be no damn gay fag though. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of these niggas not. A lot of these niggas ain't gay, cuz. A lot of these niggas is perverts, bro.
Yeah.
A lot of these niggas ain't gay, man. A lot of these niggas is just perverts, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Like, a lot of these niggas, man, I'm the first one to say it, man. A lot of these niggas is not really even gay, bro. A lot of these niggas they call it bisexual, man. For real. Back in the day, they called that shit being a pervert, bro. If you like sex too much when you willing to fuck anything, you a pervert, my nigga. That's what we used to call it back in the day. I don't know why they got rid of the word, but that's what the fuck it is, bruh. You know what I'm saying? That's what they was talking about in the Bible. They love to talk about the Bible was gay bashing. No, the Bible didn't want you to have sex at all. The Bible was bashing everybody that was fucking, because them niggas was fucking everything, though. Them niggas was fucking goats. Them niggas was, you gotta think, back in the Old Testament, the niggas was talking about marrying their goats. That was where all that stuff came from. That was why God that was why God basically came down like, hey, listen, I put the woman here for you guys to mate and have families and basically populate the world. That's what I put this for. That's what this is for. They call it an abomination because it's unnatural. That's why. It is unnatural, because having sex is for to populate the world. It ain't for recreation. Abomination mean it's unnatural. Natural mean what it's intended for. I put the man and the woman here to populate the world. Or well, if I would have just done it with the man, or I would have just done it with the woman.
Yeah.
That's his. I mean, that's his bottom line. That's not no. Oh, that's not no smite against gay people or nothing like that. No, that's what it says in the scriptures. The scriptures said basically, hey, look, if you gay and you doing anything, and it wasn't even just about being gay. It was about fucking anything. Them guys was fucking everything. They was having sex with goats. People was talking about marrying their goats.
Yeah,
Motherfuckers was having sex with animals and shit. That's why you like, okay, that's an abomination. That's not what I put this here. The male is supposed to be with the female. I put y'all two together to populate the world. If you must have sex, get married to one male, one female. Keep it simple, and y'all be loyal to him because you basically formed a covenant with me. If you get married, you formed a covenant with God because Adam and Eve formed a covenant with God when they got married. When Adam and Eve, they formed a covenant with God with the tree. So you're gonna represent that. And if you want to have sex or want to be with a mate, you must get married like Adam and Eve had to do and form the same covenant that they had to form. That's it. That's all that's about. It's not gay bashing. It's not none of that. It's basically having sex bashing, period. God didn't like fornicating, period. Didn't like it, period, though, at all. So it's not like you're not supposed to be doing that stuff at all. So everybody's still guilty of the same thing. But see, a lot of things, but see, they changed the word of this shit though, so they could try to play to this old LGBT, whatever that bullshit is. They changed the word of it though. But a lot of that shit is that these dudes is just perverts, man. And these women is perverts too. So I mean, they like society is that they just all perverts. Right. Right. But check this out though. Right. They end up having a man crush on their friends. Right. Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. Right.
Church was the first school. You know, woman could, when you in church though, the pastor gonna stand up there, he gonna dictate to you, you gonna sit there for maybe 2-3 hours though.
Yep.
Dictating you though. Same thing like school.
But see the home, you gotta get that dictation. See, you gotta get crucified at the home first. You know, because the church and the school is in society. See, that could be waived. Like, that's somebody else. See, it's shit different when your father telling you some shit. You know what I'm saying? See, because, that shit at home. You got to go home. Like, I better listen to what he got to say because I got to go home. Like church, I could just not go to church. That's in society. I don't like what he's saying. I don't got to go to church. If I don't like what the moves was saying, I don't gotta go to the goddamn, you know what I'm saying, whatever, the mosque. If I don't like what the school's saying, I'll just drop out of school. Fuck it. But my daddy saying something, my mama and my daddy saying something, I gotta go home though, bro. I gotta go to these family gatherings. You know what I'm saying? I could leave home, but I gotta go to these family gatherings. That's my dad. I gotta go. I gotta do this. I don't know the motherfuckers in school. I don't know the motherfuckers in that church. But I gotta deal with my brothers, my sisters, my mama. I gotta deal with that. and I got to deal with my daddy. That's at home. You know what I'm saying? So you got to get that. You got to get that chastising at home, man. And like I said, these dudes got to stop being simps, man. And these dudes got to start, manning up, man, and stop.
But you know what though? That's why they being chumps though, and that's why they not manning up though, because like we said though, they never had nobody show them masculinity, so they don't know how to be a man. All they know how to be is a woman though.
Right.
And being with them, so they not a paint
And
fingernails.
then,
You know what I'm saying though, and put on eyelashes.
right,
Shit like that though. Guess what though? They don't want to be touched, like
right.
my father though. He real.
But see, the thing is too.
You know what I'm saying? He boxed me.
But see, the thing is too, though. A lot of dudes, though, even though they have single mothers and shit like that, a lot of motherfuckers got motherfuckers in their family that's gonna school them to the game. A lot of motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? So you really can't even. I'm gonna keep it gully, bro, and I'm gonna keep it real up on here, man. A lot of these niggas is perverts, bro. Like, and then like I said, man, these dudes, like I said too, these niggas though, right? Now, say you don't got no father and shit at the house, and you kicking it with your dudes. You know what I'm saying? Some of them niggas, man, got fathers in their house, so they moving accordingly. You see what I'm saying? And most of the time, the nigga that got a father in the house, usually the leader of the group. You know what I'm saying? And then, right, usually he the leader of the group because everybody looking at him or they looking up to his father, and they like, damn, this is how, you know what I'm saying? And usually he the leader of the group. But you know how young dudes is, though? You know how young dudes is. You know when we was young, man, we was trying to fuck some hoes.
They so scared to get hit though, a young nigga is though, because
Right.
they had no men in their household.
Right. They had no men in the household. They afraid to go to the gym and all that type of stuff.
Scared to get hit.
Right. They scared to get. Exactly. Exactly.
Because there's no masculinity around them.
Right, no masculinity around them. But see, my point that I was about to make, bro. My point was I was about to make. They usually beat the nigga that's the leader in the group is the nigga that got the dad in the house.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because and they look up to the dad, so it's kind of like they know what it is to be a man. But you know how young dudes is, man. Young dudes is fucking horn dogs, bruh. These young niggas is horn dogs, bruh. And if you don't got that guidance on what you should and should not be doing, and what you should be into and what you should not be into, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna become a pervert. You're gonna fall astray. You know what I'm saying? Like you could have a fucking dad that's a pedophile and still be a faggot because you know what I'm saying? Because your dad's a fucking pervert. You feel what I'm saying? So if you just relying on a bunch of young niggas and relying on what's going on out in the world, and you not relying on what some people that really care about you saying, and you just relying on some shit that's going on in the world, you're going to end up being a pervert like the damn world is, bro. Because everybody in Hollywood is perverts. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody in Hollywood is perverts. Everybody in the music industry is perverts. So if you relying on that shit to be your fucking parenting or your guidance, if you relying on that shit and you're going to ignore your parents that give a fuck about you, then, you know what I'm saying, you're going to end up being a pervert with them motherfuckers.
I ain't gonna tell you a lot of like I understand that part of, you know what I'm saying, that the social outlet for music and entertainment though is all okay with the world being a gay place. You feel me though? So I'm saying like it made me like take a backseat on trying to be like.
But yeah, but check this out, cuz. But check this out, cuz. But check this out, cuz. Check this out. All of them Roman niggas was gay, bro. All of the Romans was gay. All of those kings and queens in England was gay. All of them African kings and shit was gay. All of that shit that you hear, that you see about in the Bible, most of them motherfuckers was gay. That's all Paul was talking about. So it ain't like this shit was never shunned upon. It ain't like this shit was never. This ain't nothing new, bro. Like this shit have been going on. Like, yeah, like, it ain't like this shit have been, like, you know what I'm saying, outlawed. Like, it was never outlawed. Like, the elites was always into that kind of stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even, like, defending nothing or going against nothing. The elites was always perverts, man. Like I hate to, you know what I'm saying? I hate to say it like that, but that's what these dudes is. These dudes are perverts, man.
Right though, Usher and different niggas though, like in the game though, like shit, niggas is gay bags though. A lot of football players and all that other type of shit though, but they can't speak out what they know is right though. You know what I'm saying though? Mr. Ratburn got a husband. Come
Yeah.
on, man. How the fuck Mr. Ratburn got a husband though? Oh, he married a man.
Yeah.
Oh, man, this a goddamn cartoon. You know what I'm saying? That shit.
Oh yeah, yeah. They gonna push the agenda even more, man, because it's about splitting up the traditional family right now.
Right. And it's about putting a motherfucker over the black man. Guess what?
But and it's not even. Hey, check this out though, cuz I want you to listen, cuz it's not even about the black man, cuz because see right now the system that me and you talking about, that child support, they get millions and billions of dollars. So the more people that get on that system, the more money they make and the more control they have over the whole system. Right now, when they freed the slaves, they ain't free no slaves. They gained it. They gained more slaves. They enslaved the whole system. They just introduced when they freed the slave, they came out with the central banking system and they came out with the federal government when they did that. So what they did was they just created more slaves. With the all that Abraham Lincoln wanted to do was usher the slaves into the social security system. That's all he wanted to do. He just wanted to introduce